Can Africa get 2 permanent seats in the United Nations Security Council? And can Zimbabwe find its way back as a non-permanent member? Cecilia Kamputa answers that question and more.
African leaders are giving a renewed push for permanent seats on the United Nations Security Council, citing that the continent is underrepresented in a changing world. Speaking at the summit of the Future All Stakeholders Consultative Engagement, Ambassador Frederick Shava, the Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Trade, said negotiations are currently ongoing.
I think the negotiations have gone quite a long way within the Security Council and with other blocs in the world who are also interested in the seats in the Security Council. And as far as Africa is concerned, we are right now negotiating for maybe 2 seats in the Security Council.
The African Union has long been pushing for the continent to have 2 permanent representatives on the council and an additional 2 seats as non-permanent representatives. In August this year, the UN chief Antonio Guterres pointed out that almost half of all UN peacekeeping operations were in Africa and 40% of UN peacekeepers were African. Zimbabwe is bidding to be a non-permanent member of the council for the 2027-2028 term, whose elections are scheduled to take place in 2026. Ambassador Shava said Zimbabwe hopes to meaningfully contribute to the issues of global peace and security.
Text-based negotiation. We have said no to text-based negotiation because it wants to draw us to a conclusion when all the other items have not been addressed. This is all I can say, and I want to emphasize that the negotiations are still going on. So I hear from our ambassador in New York. Thank you very much.
The United States is also supporting the creation of 2 permanent UNSC seats for Africa and 1 seat to be rotated among small island developing states. The results of the negotiations are expected to be announced today. The US is believed to be seeking to re-establish stronger ties with Africa, and US Ambassador to the UN, Linda Thomas-Greenfield, hopes the announcement will move the agenda of peace forward. The UNSC, which has 5 permanent members including China, Russia, the United Kingdom, the United States of America and France, is charged with maintaining international peace and security along with the other non-permanent members. In his remarks at the high-level pre-summit engagement, Edward Callon, UN resident and humanitarian coordinator, spoke on the Summit of the Future.
The Summit of the Future stands not merely as an event on a calendar, but rather a global movement designed to revitalize the essential foundation of global governance, international cooperation, and multilateralism. We are guided by the enduring principles of the UN Charter, a steadfast pillar supporting global peace, security, sustainable development, and human rights for over 70 years. This charter obliges us to ensure that no one is left behind.
Through the summit, the UN hopes to create the opportunity for peace to grow while standing up for the principles and values of the UN Charter. For ZTN Prime, I'm Cecilia Kamputa in Harare.
Konapo, ipapo pa ZTN Prime, DSTV channel 294, the place to be.